Hai Haris, apa khabar?
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me. Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Okay, lama tak dengar khabar Haris.
Yelah,
Kemana menghilang?
Not say hilang. Basically, since COVID, I went back to Sabah lah. Because you know, remember that point of time when all the borders were closing, airports were closing, and then I remember I was in KL booking my flight back to Sabah.
So memang sekarang ni Haris remote antara Sabah, KL dan Singapura.
Yeah, so I'm Singaporean yang dulu based kat KL tapi staying kat Sabah. So it's always between these three places lah.
So mungkin nak berkongsikan sedikit apakah perkembangan terbaru Haris?
Perkembangan terbaru about me basically since COVID I've been doing a lot of events dengan concerts lah, tapi back in Sabah. So when I took a pause from the entertainment line, I got into events and concerts and alhamdulillah dapat complete 5 of the mega events kat Sabah in 1 year, and then sekarang dah expand to Singapore dengan KL and doing concert kat Singapore dengan KL.
Okay. Sejauh mana market kat Sabah tu dengan penerimaan ialah dengan acara yang mungkin Haris sendiri dah pernah buat sebelum ni?
So Sabah ni, have you been to Sabah?
Yep.
Okay, so Sabah ni is like very different from Singapore and KL kan. And then there are not many events and concerts. Ada tapi maybe not big scale macam events yang kat Singapore dengan KL. So when I did my first event last year, Borneo Mega Raya Fest, I think it was the first Raya Expo yang big scale, yang banyak brands dari KL, banyak celebrities that came to kasih Maria the event. So it was a huge success lah. I guess it was a new thing for Sabahans. So when I did that first event, then I went on to do my second event, my 2 concerts, and baru complete my 5th event yang Borneo Mega Raya Fest 2024.
So bermakna sekarang ni dengan penglibatan Haris dalam perniagaan, event, dah melupakan sebelum ni kita kenali Haris sebagai seorang penyanyi.
Ya, betul.
So dah meninggalkan dunia nyanyian.
Not say meninggalkan, it was just the timing and just the phase. Of course during that period just before COVID was when I also started receiving like good offers, hoping to make a comeback. Tapi COVID came and memang I had to fly back. If I don't fly back, I'll be stuck here.
Okay.
So I had to make the decision to fly back. And then when I was back in Sabah, I told myself like I saw an opportunity kat Sabah ni yang for me to do this lah. And then sebelum ni memang I'm part of events, part of shows. So memang dah have that natural not say experience, but that feeling of being part of events and shows. And then that's when I had the instinct, I had the feeling of wanting to do it in Sabah. And it came naturally to me to be able to do events and concerts lah. But of course the door for acting and singing is not closed, it's still open. It's just all about timing at the moment lah.
Kenapa rasa ada saingan di kalangan artis-artis, mungkin artis Singapura dengan Malaysia sendiri ke? Sebab tu yang menyebabkan Haris tak apalah, kita lupakan dulu dunia nyanyian dan dunia glamour ni.
Not say saingan, of course there's competition in anything and everything you do kan. It's just that in the entertainment industry, especially in Malaysia, there is newcomers every single day yang very talented and young newcomers. So it's all about how you're able to sustain yourself and how many jobs you have juga lah. I mean, of course, if you're a big artist and you don't do a job for 2-3 years pun is no issues. But for me, I'm Singaporean and I'm in KL and still trying to find my way. So it's just like I mentioned, it's just timing. And really I think COVID affected a lot of people everywhere lah. So of course it affected me in terms of entertainment juga. But it opened a new door for me in Sabah, which is this events and concerts. So in the future, you never know kalau I dapat peluang untuk go back to acting ke singing dengan offer yang is good for me at my current age, yang boleh ada positive impact towards my company, my events and my concerts, then of course why not? Yeah.
Okay, susah tak seorang artis yang berasal daripada Singapura, anak jati Singapura, untuk menapak atau membina nama di Malaysia sebenarnya?
I wouldn't use the word susah. I would say alhamdulillah, because for me dulu kat Singapore, I don't even talk Malay. Memang of course I study Malay lah in primary school, secondary school, tapi my Malay is memang hancur lah. Even during my O levels kan, SPM, I was the only student in my school yang took syllabus B because I didn't understand Malay already. But I'm very thankful and very grateful to the Malaysian entertainment industry for allowing me to to come and giving me so many opportunities in terms of acting, singing, modelling, and to the people that, called me over to KL, macam Awi Raphael. I had the chance to work with Faizal Tahir and a lot lah from Uprising, Warner, Faithful. So I'm very thankful and grateful, and I wouldn't say it is susah. Of course, it's challenging and there's competition everywhere, but I was just thankful, grateful for the moment that I had in the entertainment industry. Yeah, I'm very thankful and grateful.
Okay, so mungkin selepas ni yelah kita nak tahu apa plan you untuk buat event. Selepas ni ada event-event lain yang tengah dirancang.
Of course kita orang ada, like myself, my company G Harris Entertainment, kita orang ada long term plan. So these events and concerts is not a one time thing then you baru nak plan. It's more like you have to plan really early in advance. So for next year pun kita orang dah ada plan for early 2026 juga, and then even my events kat Sabah pun memang still have plans for this year, for next year. So it's continuous planning lah. Yeah, but for now 100% focusing on Akon punya concert.
Kenapa Akon?
Kenapa Akon? Sebab kan Singapore and Malaysia panas, so I bawa Akon lah. No lah, basically, okay, you laugh dulu.
Okay.
So basically, before we decided on Akon, we were given a few artists juga.
Okay.
And then personally for me, I'm a huge Akon fan.
Okay.
As a 90s kid, memang I've listened to all of Akon punya song and sangat-sangat memorable and nostalgic. And when I got the offer to be able to do Akon, of course I took the offer lah. I feel that Akon ni is a strong name kat Singapore and Malaysia, and sampai sekarang pun I think if you go mana-mana you still hear Akon punya songs. So I think it's just a nostalgic moment that I want to be able to bring back to Singapore and Malaysia, and I'm very honoured to be able to get the contract for 2 countries lah.
Okay, sebut pasal konsert dah. Haris, you dah lama dah berkahwin kan? Kita tahu. Ya. Dan mungkin yalah apa wife di sana dan Haris di sini ke macam mana? Jarak bekerja.
Actually, since before marriage pun memang I've been here. My wife is there. My wife is a very homely person lah. Dia memang suka kat Sabah and likes to stay at home, and she has her work juga. So even before marriage pun memang I selalu up down between Singapore and KL, and then after marriage pun memang selalu up down juga. KL, KK. So I guess my wife, my kids are already used to it lah. So when COVID came, that was the longest period that I spent in Sabah.
Ada tak perancangan di mana nak terus kembali ke Kuala Lumpur untuk ialah menguruskan event, ataupun selesa dengan ulang alik sekarang?
I guess for now, definitely I think I will be coming to KL a lot. I will be based here a lot sebab the plans untuk concerts pun mostly will be Singapore and KL, because the market here is bigger, is better, is stronger, lagi banyak venues as well. So I see myself spending a lot of time kat KL and Singapore now lah. So when I go back to Sabah, it's mostly my rest time and time to spend with family. But yeah, it's not something yang I boleh plan jugalah. It's more like following the flow jugalah.
Okay Haris,
yes.
Kita tahu wife Haris seorang ternama di Sabah. Adakah dia yang banyak membantu Haris di belakang?
Of course, it's not something that is not something to hide. Of course, behind me, my strongest support and the person who has been there with me through every ups and downs is of course my wife. And if it's besides my wife, it's my parents lah. So I'm thankful and grateful, of course, to have a wife like my wife Jiha, who has been with me through anything and everything lah. Yeah, and I owe a lot to her.
Okay. Apa mungkin kalau dapat dikongsikan apa yang Haris rasa berhutang dengan Jiha?
Okay, I think my wife is a very simple person to start with. She's a very loving person, a very caring person. She's a very good wife and an even better mother to my kids. And as a guy, as a married man, I think and of course not forgetting that she's very smart when it comes to business and money making. She knows how to run a business. She knows how to handle people. And to be honest, banyak pasal business actually I learned from my wife juga. Yeah, so I'm very thankful and grateful to have her in my life. And yeah.
Bila Haris di sini, isteri di Sabah, Haris di Kuala Lumpur, ada tak rasa cemburu, risau, Haris yelah berjauhan kan.
I think one of the best qualities about my wife dia macam she's a very cool person and not the type yang macam petty or like the jealous type, or she's very calm, very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So macam mana Haris kalau kat sini ada tak yang cuba nak mendekati? Yelah bila dia tahu wife dia dekat Sabah, ada tak yang cuba nak mendekati ataupun mengacau?
I think sebelum marriage, of course that's normal lah. But after marriage, I don't really see that happening also lah.
Yeah,
mungkin it doesn't really come lah.
Tak ada daripada DM ke daripada
DM there are normal fans and stuff yang message, but all that is normal lah. And certain messages that are good I reply lah. Certain that are not, I don't reply lah.
Mungkin antara yang tak bagus tu mungkin dapat dikongsikan sedikit.
Yang tak bagus
di DM tu.
I think there were a lot before, but if you ask me to remember now, that was years ago, and I honestly can't remember so lah.
So tak adalah orang yang cuba mendekati Haris macam yelah sebab kita tahu kan ramai sekarang ni yang suka suami orang.
Yelah, now's the case Is it a trend ke? I also don't know lah. But no lah, not to that extent lah. Okay. Not to that extent, yeah.
Okay. So Haris, macam kita berbalik kepada tentang kerjaya seni sebelum ni kan, terhenti sekejap, sekarang ni nak fokus tentang yelah event, perniagaan, bisnes. So mungkin ada tak lepas ni yelah untuk datang balik menghiburkan peminat-peminat, yelah buat comeback.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, there's no plans untuk anything of that for now lah. Sebab I pun tak nak macam tamak and stuff. I want to do my events, my concerts at the same time, nak buat lagu, nak acting. It's like susah to focus juga.
Tak takut ke nanti dah sampai satu masa dah rasa tak relevant langsung?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I would admit now that at this point, of course I'm not relevant lah. It's been 4-5 years. It's been 4-5 years, but I guess I'm making a comeback as an organizer and promoter, which at my age right now I feel very happy and comfortable. And I'm not macam so desperate ke, macam so hadap untuk
populariti.
Yeah, to be honest, that does not cross my mind lah.
Okay.
Of course, back then when I first started, it's very important juga. You know, when you have a product, which is a song ke, drama ke, and then that popularity is important to push you as an artist, of course, right? Yeah, but right now at this age, I'm going to be 33 end of the year, and I guess my focus is really is of course money making lah. You know, at this age, you want to be comfortable financially. You want to be able to do things yang ada good returns as well, right? And I don't want to be macam focusing on events, concerts, and trying to get myself into the line in doing a song ke acting, because it's going to break focus on everything, and then nothing will go right. You know, events and concerts. So this Akon punya concert took me 8 months to plan.
Okay.
8 months to plan, then concert is next month. So just one concert yang 2 negara ni is already 1 year punya kerja. So it's a lot of work, and if I want to put myself into drama ke singing, it's going to affect everything, and it's not the right timing. So which is why I mentioned everything is really about timing lah. Yeah.
So bermakna Haris rasa perniagaan ataupun kerja lain selain artis backup untuk seseorang artis tu untuk yelah sara diri dia dan keluarga.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there are many big artists in Malaysia that are doing very well financially just from being an artist, because you know, with endorsements and apa campaigns, that's very good lah. And really salute to siapa-siapa artis, the big names yang really sustain for how many years just doing their acting, singing, and then move on to business at the right time. That is the smart thing to do lah. But of course, I have seen a lot of artists juga yang were badly affected by COVID and didn't have a backup plan yang memang now pun I think is no offense to anybody tau. Don't nanti people ada hantam me pasal this. But it's true lah. This is the reality that a lot of artists juga were badly affected by COVID, and now you don't really see them or hear from them. And I feel sad and sorry for them that maybe they didn't have a backup plan because maybe they were too comfortable. But yeah, like even for myself, when COVID affected me, Alhamdulillah, I had a backup plan and I saw the opportunity to do events and concerts. And being an artist pun is really how you sustain yourself. And if you are gone for a period of time, it's going to be difficult to make a comeback, because every day ada pelakon baru, ada penyanyi baru, you know, and you have to keep up with them lah. So yeah.
Selain event dan konsert, apa lagi mungkin perniagaan lain yang mungkin Haris plan selepas ni?
So for now, my main focus is really to focus on these events and concerts. I have my work back in KK as well, but that is also being handled by my wife. And my passion, my interest is really in these events and concerts. I'm new to these events and concerts. I baru start last year April in Sabah, and very thankful that I'm able to expand lah to Singapore dengan KL, and this is something that I want to focus on at least for the next 2-3 years, and then I can think again,
Tapi kan bila kita sebut, kalau di Malaysia kan, bila disebut je artis-artis yang datang daripada Singapura, banyak cerita-cerita yang ada yang best, ada yang tak best. So untuk Haris sendiri, ada tak dapat tempias kalau macam yelah cerita yang melibatkan orang lain, nama kita secara tak langsung yelah disebabkan kita berasal daripada sana, terpalit juga.
Okay, what exactly are you talking about?
Ya, mungkin baru-baru ni tentang yelah artis daripada Singapura kan, tentang rumah tangga, tentang dia punya kehidupan. So mungkin Haris sendiri ada tak dapat tempias yelah artis daripada Singapura?
Not really lah. I mean, not personally for me, because at the moment pun I'm not relevant juga kan with I don't have new songs ke dramas ke, so I it doesn't affect me, and to be honest I don't think about it also because it's none of my business. And if I want to macam fikir pasal benda yang at this age lah, I'm not saying I'm very old ke apa, but of course I've had a fair share of my 20s and now in my 30s, so certain things that does not affect me, I don't want to think about it lah. I mean, for what juga, like it's so tiring to think about it.
Ada tak
to talk about it?
Yelah, tak ada tak orang yelah tempias tu ada.
When I go back to Singapore or when I meet certain friends and when they ask me about certain people or certain topics, I'm like I don't want to talk about it because it's like wasting time lah. Buang masa. Why you want to talk about something that doesn't have any positive impact on you? It doesn't help my life to be better. It doesn't affect my business to be better, So it's like at some point of time you just feel tired to waste energy on unnecessary and unimportant things. Yeah, seriously.
Okay, kalau balik ke Singapura, mungkin artis yang masih lagi Haris hubungi, siapa agaknya?
Artists have to start off with, I don't even have a lot of artist friends lah. I think back then, but right now I'm trying to think of somebody. I don't think I have juga. Yeah.
Di Singapura tak ada yang yelah hello.
I mean hello. Yeah, I mean like but when I was doing during COVID ni, I was stuck in Sabah for 6 months, and then borders open. I fly back to Singapore. I stuck at Singapore 11 bulan. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
11 months I was stuck in Singapore. There were no flights back to Sabah, so I didn't see my wife and my kids for 11 months.
Okay.
Yeah. So during the 11 months, Alhamdulillah, was very good because I did so many TVCs.
Okay.
And I did a few dramas juga for Suria, Channel 5. And that's where I made a few new friends. But not in the sense where we lepak ke apa macam tu lah. Of course, lepas set we would sit down and have coffee, but after the shoot is over, we keep in touch once in a while over WhatsApp, but not to the point that we go meet or what lah. So I guess that's my relationship with the artist, and I don't have someone yang a particular artist that I would go call to meet lepak, not like that, but I have a small group of friends that I'm very close to lah, and my circle has always been small juga.
Okay, Haris cakap tadi terpisah selama 11 bulan di Singapura dan isteri di Sabah, so mungkin boleh kongsikan perasaan ketika itu.
Yeah, it was very hard and challenging lah, to be honest, because my daughter pun yang my ketiga pun baru lahir, and then she was just a few months old, and then I left for 11 months. When I came back, she also didn't recognize me. Yeah. So that 11 months, I guess it because I was bila I sampai Singapore, I was quarantined kan dalam bilik, like I think 2 weeks ke 3 weeks
2 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks. Sorry, initially it was 2 weeks, then they extended one more week. So I was stuck in the room for 3 weeks. I think that was the most challenging part, most difficult part of the entire 11 months lah. Yeah.
Okay.
So after I got out from the room, I went back home. Things were okay. I was with my parents. Long time I didn't see them juga. And then, of course, that feeling of missing your wife, your kids, that is normal. But when I was busy with my work, time passed by very fast. Yeah.
Kalau itu di Singapura, kalau di Malaysia ni, yelah, ada perancangan lagi untuk kembali ke memang tak ada langsung next year?
Into the entertainment lah, you mean? I mean, the doors are not closed lah. I for some reason, people keep telling me that that I've left the industry. Of course not. It's just that during that period, it was the wrong timing and stuff. But if there's an opportunity for me to, with my current age, to make a good comeback, positive comeback, that can help myself grow my name, have positive impact on my events, concerts, then of course, you know, every opportunity is good and important juga kan.
So mungkin untuk 5 tahun, sekarang ni you dah 33 tahun, so mungkin 38 tahun, 5 tahun akan datang, apa perancangan Haris?
Wow, I've never been the type to plan long term lah. Macam, I don't know what I'll be doing at 38 ke 40 ke. I'm just trying to appreciate what is happening for me today and try to plan for tomorrow, and maybe not look so far, because it's not easy juga lah, you know. I don't know if I will still be doing events and concerts in 5 years from now, but I hope I'm still doing. I hope I've expanded to new businesses. I hope that my health is good, my parents are around, my wife, kids are all doing good as well lah. So I guess it's more it's more yang I think about this kind of things rather than planning what I can be doing or where I will be in 5 years from now.
Okay. So kita dah sebut tentang kerjaya, tentang perniagaan, tentang semua tentang Haris. Haris ni seorang yang macam mana sebenarnya?
I'm a very I like to chill on my own, by myself. I would say I like being in very small circles, non-crowded places, and I think I've learned a lot juga lah from being in my 20s to being a husband, a father with 3 kids. Just responsibilities are different now. Goals in life are different now. So I'm just trying to work on being a better person, a better son, a better husband, and a better father lah. Yeah.
Okay, so bermakna Haris sekarang ni dah banyak tinggalkan benda-benda yang lama, yang jahat ke?
There's no lah.
Yang nakal?
No lah. I wouldn't say in that sense lah. Of course not lah. I mean, everybody has had their period in life lah where they do this, they do that. That is normal lah, you know. So, but it's just having a clearer conscience now. In terms of course, number one juga is focusing on, of course, your prayers, you know, semayang, your reading the Quran, and doing all the right important things in the religion lah, and just growing with that and being a better person. Focusing on work, family. It's life is more simpler now lah.
Sebelum ni macam mana kehidupan tu? Lebih huha, lebih...
I wouldn't say huha also lah. I wouldn't say huha juga. I've always been quite simple and chill juga lah. But of course, I've had a fair share of having different experiences in life. But that is so normal lah. Everyone goes through that as well. Yeah.
So tapi Haris adalah seorang artis daripada Singapura yang bersih nama dia sepanjang sepanjang penglibatan dalam hiburan kan. So sejauh mana Haris menjaga kualiti itu untuk bebas daripada cakap-cakap orang dan terlibat dalam kontroversi?
Yeah, so I guess the more famous you are, and if you do something, the more bigger the case is going to be lah. And I wouldn't say I was so big back then juga. I was still trying to find my way and stuff, and just trying to, I guess I don't really hang out with a lot of people to start with, so there cannot be much stories about me juga lah. Yeah, like after set ke, I would go back home or makan or chill and not really hang out so much lah, to be honest. Yeah.
So itulah menyebabkan Haris bersih daripada
you can say that.
Okay, selepas Akon ni siapa lagi yang Haris nak bawa?
So untuk next year,
next year punya line up.
So next year I've been offered to do a few very big artists, but I don't want to say the name now lah, because we are still in the phase
international, local?
Yeah, international artists. So I want, for Haris Entertainment, I want to focus on acts from US and UK. Okay. That is the main focus lah, because of course there are a lot of promoters yang already focusing on Malaysian, Indonesian artists. A lot of big promoters yang already pioneer lah. So I don't want to enter a market yang is going to be more difficult. Rather, I focus on the US, UK artists where there are so many artists that you can focus on. So for next year, we are in the plans of sending in the offer letters to lock our second, our third artist. We want to venture to stand-up comedians. We want to venture to K-pop. So that's the plan, yeah.
Tentu saja kalau melibatkan artis antarabangsa, penggunaan atau pengeluaran wang pun lebih tinggi. Maksudnya modal.
Definitely.
So sejauh mana Haris mengambil risiko untuk invest dalam...
Yeah, so I have a partner juga. It's both of us in the financially doing this. My partner from Singapore. So yeah lah, when you play with international artists, even macam Akon, it's a very big amount lah. Very, very big amount. Of course, the risk is high. When you do concerts, there's always risks because you don't know the outcome and stuff, and even in terms of ticket sales. But of course, you have to doing events and concerts, especially concerts. It's not a one-man show lah. You have to have the right team, the right people to handle the marketing and stuff. So far so good, alhamdulillah. So inshallah everything should be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mungkin kata-kata terakhir daripada Haris kepada semua peminat yang mungkin dah lama tak nampak Haris.
Yeah, so this is the same thing that I've been saying for years lah. I want to say thank you to everyone yang has supported me since day one. Thank you, of course, to the Malaysian entertainment industry for allowing me to taste how it feels like to be here in Malaysia, doing acting, singing. Thankful, grateful for that. And right now that I'm focusing on my events and concerts, I want to ask everyone to support juga lah. And thank you, and hope you guys will continue to support me in anything and everything that I do. And thank you for having me today.